As Christians, our mental health is never going to be perfect. But that doesn't mean we just need to live in anxiety and depression for the rest of our lives and just give up on our mental health. We can still make an effort to improvement. In this video, I'll lay out 3 pillars to mental health as Christians to take you from anxious and depressed to peaceful and satisfied and fulfilled in Jesus. The change from this will not be immediate, but if you implement these 3 pillars into your walk with Jesus, then your mental health will see improvement. Gratitude is simply just being grateful for what you have. I've already made a full video about this that I'll link in the description if you want to see it. But in summary, be grateful for what you have. For your salvation, for the food on your plate, breath in your lungs, water in your cup, bro. Don't look at what you don't have, but look at what you do have. Your relationship with Jesus, for example. I discussed a couple ways to practically implement gratitude in that gratitude video, so you might want to go ahead and watch that. But in my eyes, the best way to implement gratitude is prayers of gratitude. Simply just pray to God in thankfulness. Thank you, God, for ... Thank you, God, for ... God, I'm grateful that you've given me ... God, I'm grateful for ... Focus on the abundance that God has put in your life and thank Him for it. In these prayers, you aren't focusing on the lack. God, I want you to do this in my life because you haven't done it yet. God, I want you to do ... But instead, you're focusing on what you do have and thanking God for it. I'm not saying you can't ask God for things, but in these prayers of gratitude, you're focusing on what you do have and thanking God for it. In the worst of situations, you always have something to be grateful for. Salvation in Jesus is an example. Breath in your lungs is an example. So look for those things, not the other things that you're lacking. What you look for, you will find. If you look for the bad things in your life, the things that you're lacking, you'll find areas of lack in your life. But if you seek out the areas of abundance and make an effort to be grateful for them, you will find abundance in your life and finding things to be grateful for. Developing a mindset of gratitude, focusing on the abundance, not the lack in your life, will dramatically improve your mental health. So pray for a mindset of gratitude and let God slowly change your mindset over time. Kind of bouncing off that last point, contentment is being happy with what you have, not wanting anything more. This goes hand in hand with gratitude, but the basis of your contentment is where your joy comes from. If you're basing your contentment and therefore your joy on your circumstances, your contentment and therefore joy will just be an up and down emotional roller coaster. But if you base your contentment, your joy on Jesus, who never changes, your contentment will always be stable, or actually be growing, because Jesus is making that contentment grow within you. Yes, still be grateful for what you have, the circumstances that you are in, but don't let those things define your joy. Don't let them define your contentment. Pray that God would make you content with Jesus alone, that even on your deathbed, you would be content because your circumstances aren't what bring you joy, but Jesus' salvation is what brings you joy. Pray that God would help you to learn how to be happy in all circumstances because of Jesus, not because of anything else, but because of Jesus. Being able to be happy in every single circumstance, just because Jesus is the basis of your joy. Joy is something that's unwavering. You can be joyful in sadness. But happiness, sadness are temporary emotions. So pray that God wouldn't make you happy, but that He would make you joyful with Him alone. And finally, sanctification is simply deepening your faith. Taking your faith seriously, not as a side note. Making a constant effort to improve it, but knowing that it's not your battle to fight, but that it's Jesus' battle to fight in your heart to work in you. Taking your faith seriously can make you feel more fulfilled in life. If you find fulfillment in serving Jesus, your mental health will skyrocket, just like it happened for me. Whenever I started taking my faith seriously, my mental health went from here to boom, and it's continuing to grow because I'm finding fulfillment in serving Jesus. So pray that God would sanctify you, work through you to serve Him, guide you on your path of sanctification, and make you fulfilled by serving Him, and also that He would silence the voice of Satan in your mind. If you take your faith seriously and you find fulfillment in that, your fulfillment will be stable rather than basing your fulfillment on wavering things, whether it's your work or anything else. Those things are wavering, but finding fulfillment in Jesus, in having a relationship with him, deepening your faith in him, serving him, will be stable or actually increasing. If you take nothing more out of this video, take your faith seriously. Pray more, develop a better prayer life, learn more about God via the Bible, in church, via other people who can pour into you, and grow in community with other believers, and serve God by sharing his true gospel. I have a few videos related to these linked in the description. So if you want to improve your mental health as a Christian, develop a mindset of gratitude. Learn to base your contentment on Jesus alone. Take seriously this process of sanctification, and do this all with the help of God through prayer. Don't try to do any of these things on your own, because you will eventually fail every single time. Even if you get success on your own for a little bit, even for a while, you will eventually fail. But whenever you get Jesus' help, you will always have you'll never fail, is what I'm trying to say. Do it all through prayer, letting God help you, giving him the wheel, and taking the wheel out of your own hands. It's not your battle to fight, but it's Jesus' battle to fight. If you enjoyed this video, I don't want to really pressure you to click a like or a share or a save or a follow or a subscribe, but what I actually want you to do is pray to God in thankfulness. That he spoke through me, edited through me, scripted this video through me, posted it through me, and that he gave you another day to be able to view this video, a screen to be able to watch it on. Pray to God in thankfulness. So that's what I want you to do, instead of pressuring you to click a like button. You can do that if you want, I just don't want to pressure you to do that. And with that, peace out and God bless.